All right, it's me, Faith, and I'm bringing you the next installment in what I have lovingly titled A Day in the Life of a DBT Believer. Um, the last video I briefly touched base on what DBT is, dialectical behavior therapy, how it was created, and exactly what it is. Um, but there is a couple of things that I really think that you all should really know about DBT um, before you kind of head into something. Um, First of all, I 100%, 110% wholeheartedly support DBT and anybody who wants to take DBT. And DBT is not just for someone with bipolar or borderline personality disorder. Um, it really is an effective way for everyone to be able to communicate. These are skills that everyone needs to use, from teachers to administrators to managers to people who work at McDonald's to husbands to wives, but to everyone. But I would really encourage people who know that their anxiety levels kind of get a little whack, or they know that um, they don't react to things the way that they feel that they need to in order to become effective. DBT is a great way to be able to regulate those emotions, to be able to effectively make decisions from your center and not from an emotional compulsion. But DBT, I have come to kind of characterize as the opposite of a fad diet. A lot of people are looking for a quick fix. They think DBT, you go to one or two classes, you're all good to go. That, my friends, is not how it works. Like everything in life, if you want to really get the full result, you need to make it a part of your daily routine. It needs to be a part of everything you do. And for me, that was a really huge stumbling block for a long time, because I'm thinking, okay, I'll just pull it out when I need it. When the storms hit, I'll just pull it out. But what I was finding is that the skills were not effective because I wasn't using them correctly. I was using them as a quick fix and not as a daily practice. And that's what they need. You need to be able to use the skills when the seas are calm. So when the storms kind of rough up the waves a little bit, you're not fumbling around. You can pull them out when you need them. It's kind of like when the power goes out. And if you're not prepared for the power outage, you're going to be flumming around in the dark trying to find candles, trying to find matches and flashlights, and it's going to cause panic, and you're going to be overwhelmed, and you're not going to know what to do. But if you are prepared when the electric is on and putting candles and matches in places that you can easily reach and are accessible to, then when the power goes out, you're not going to be fumbling around in the dark. You're going to know exactly where your resources are, and you're going to have those lights, and you're going to have those candles, and you'll be able to weather the storm. And that's exactly what DBT has been for me. It has been that flashlight that I have put away for those hard times. But I've used it every day. And DBT is, it's something we all need. Every last one of us can benefit from the skills that I learn in DBT. And the first skill that they teach you before any new section in the workbook is mindfulness. And I touched a little bit on this before. And mindfulness is much more than just being focused. It's being completely aware and being able to notice a thought, notice a feeling, notice something you're seeing, you're smelling, And being able to take that information in, process it, and then make a decision on how to proceed based on your current situation. And that has been such a big step for me, because being a person with borderline personality disorder, I pretty much have been fueled by emotional responses. I mean, I literally live in what the DBT skills people call emotion mind. And there are 3 states of mind according to DBT. You have reasonable mind on one end, emotion mind on the other, and the middle path, which is where we always strive to be, is wise mind. And the extremes of one or the other are never a good place to stay. There are purposes and reasons for the way that we are as humans, and we have reason and we have logic and we have facts for a reason. And it's because it keeps us grounded, it keeps us centered in a place where we don't go haywire. And we can say, okay, this is happening, well, this is the fact, this is what's happening, so this is what I have to do. But staying in reasonable mind means that you're ignoring your emotions. And despite what most men think, emotions are there for a reason. Actually, anthropologically speaking, emotions are a survival skill. Emotions are the information that your body sends to its brain to give it information about your surroundings. So having our emotions, all of our emotions, are a way to give information to our brain. So let's say I'm in a forest and I'm by myself and I look behind me and there's a big giant grizzly bear and it's chasing me. My first reaction is fear, and that is an appropriate reaction because my life is in danger. So I will act on that emotion to save my life and to run in the opposite direction of the bear. Or, as my friend Leslie likes to say, she'll ball up on the ground and just kind of let the bear bat at her for a little bit. But our first instinct is to run away from the life-threatening danger. And that's part of what emotions are for. But just like staying in reasonable mind isn't effective, staying in emotion mind isn't effective either. Because something I have come to learn and to have drilled into me constantly is that thoughts and feelings are not facts. And that oftentimes when we're faced with a difficult situation or faced with working with difficult people, our emotions are kind of running wild, and it causes us to have a lot of judgments and a lot of assumptions about not only us but about the other person. And a lot of times if we check the facts, what we're feeling does not necessarily fit what's really happening. So that's when we have to kind of combine reasonable mind and emotion mind, and we need to sit in wise mind. And we need to sit there with our thoughts. And sometimes there's actually a meditation for mindfulness practice where you breathe in, wise, and you breathe out, mind, to kind of get you into your core, to where you are open to hear from your wise mind concerning this question or situation that you might have. I want to leave you with this. Starting DBT is an amazing step, and it's a life-changing one. However, it is not going to fix everything right away. And even when you use your skills in the middle of everything, DBT and its skills are not meant to take away your pain. It gives you the tools to be able to deal with it effectively. Sometimes your pain and emotional distress will decrease, but DBT is not meant to take it away. It's not like a painkiller. It doesn't it doesn't take away the pain and make you happy for a while. The point of DBT is to be able to give you the tools necessary to deal with the pain and realize that it is only short-lived. The next big step, once you grab a hold of that and understand that, is that it's going to take daily practice. And my group facilitator often uses this example, and it's perfect. Learning to swim. When you first are learning to swim, you do not jump out of a plane and into the ocean and hope that you can learn to swim. That is not what you do. You start with baby steps. You start in a kiddie pool. And then when you get comfortable and you learn how to tread water, then you go up to the deeper ends. DBT is the skills to get you from the baby pool, from dealing with the things in the baby pool, to be able to deal with the things in the ocean. But you're not meant to jump in the ocean all at once and know how to swim. DBT is that lifesaver, is that life preserver. It's that ring around your belly that even though you're in rough waters, you can feel it there. And if you use it and use it for its intended purpose, it's just going to save your life.